Basically, with the population in India being the highest population on the planet, as you can see through the weight of the individuals, with their average in India, right at the top of here, you can see that the blue is male, so that means the males are heavier than the woman. But the odd thing about it is if you look at Kuwait, the Kuwaiti women are the heaviest woman on the planet. See, look at that. So, if you look at the nation and go right back to the nation in Kuwait compared to the nation in India, India has 3,800 GDP per capita, meaning the average person probably averages like 4,000 a year, with a 4 trillion to 5 trillion GDP. And then in Kuwait, per capita, Kuwaitis make 10 times more at 3,900 than 39,000, in a year compared to India averaging 3,800 or 3,800. So that's basically saying they make 10 times more in Kuwait than they do in India. But India has the heaviest people. Kuwait has the heaviest women. So basically, the best thing to do would be for the Indian men to let their women eat more so they could start to feed their nation with healthier agricultural settings. Because if the GDP in Kuwait is basically only 150 billion and they can produce 39,000 in a year, but the GDP in India is 4 trillion and they can produce more than $3,800 in a year, that's basically saying, because look, 10 times more of 156 billion is 1.5 trillion. So basically, India's economy purchase power has 40 times more than Kuwait, but their currency is 10 times less. So if India have 40 times more, but the economy can make 10 times less than Kuwait, that's a bad thing, especially if it's saying that the woman getting all the money to eat and the man ain't getting no money and the women in India are dying out. It's kind of messed up. Woman power, you know what I'm saying? All this TLC. So other than that, by the time you look at it and say, well, how many people are in Kuwait? Let's look. Get that out of the way. So, about 3 million people. And then look at in India, of course, about like 1.5 billion. Alright, so 1.2 billion here, but it's actually about 1.5 billion as of now. So 1.5 billion into, see how many people more they had to see. Because see, it don't matter the people, it's the infrastructure. You got to figure out how to get in to structure out, as in being inside, then they having population growth, that's structuring out. So 3 million compared to 1.5 billion, that's like 50 times more. So in actuality, the 50 times 3 million is actually 500 times more. Hold up. 50 times 3 million. Yeah, so 500 times more. So basically they have 500 more people in India than they do in Kuwait. So with 500 more people, seems that the Kuwaiti government can manage people in a lesser format than India could manage people in a larger format. So the more people, it's harder to manage, and the more women that starve out, but the men will make it. So for example, see how the median age is 30 in Kuwait and 26 for the women. So go back to India. And see the woman in India, 27, and the male 26. So in actuality, it does show that the women are living longer than men. The men are dying younger to basically go out to help the woman. But they still come back with less and less food. So basically, that's what's causing them to starve out. So I had to find out what the Kuwaiti women are eating and then redistribute that and inflated costs to sustain the Indian government. So it's like saying if it costs half as much or 50% more, then it'll reduce their weight by half, and then it'll reduce the starving population in India from 500 to 250.